Welcome to Mission Alive. My name is Sister Jo Kenny. I'm a daughter of Our Lady of the Sacred Heart. I'm going to tell you a little story about my first introduction into southern Sudan. Another sister and myself went over there. We were the first of the Alts to go there, and we opened a clinic in the little compound where the priests taught English and school. It's a very, very empty space. It's like open Australian bush and nobody but probably one little house, one cow and one person over many miles. When we arrived at the mission, there was a great big noise and much joy and laughing and screaming, and they were very happy to see us come. The first part of the culture that I'd ever seen there was this killing of the cow. I've never saw it done for anybody else. Killing of the cow and spread out on the ground, and the bishop and Sister Moira and myself, we had to leap over it. And we didn't, not one of us was over 5 foot, and it was a big leap. However, we got through it and everybody was happy. We were given a tukul to live in. A tukul's a round little house made of bush timber and a very wonderful grass roof. That was our home and was enough. We had a table in there where we put our suitcases, and then you zipped those up every night when you went to bed, and you unzipped them to get dressed in the morning. So that was the travelling wardrobe. However, it was really poor. There was nothing much there at all. However, there were people to be served. We opened the clinic, and an enormous number of people came day after day. And when they first came, they all crowded into the clinic. I couldn't breathe. And there were so many people there that I had a system then. Everybody out under the tree outside, and we used to call them in, give them a bit of paper, which they'd wave at you, and we'd come in and give them medicines. Very, very sick people, some of them. One morning I was going to the clinic, and there was this lady lying under a tree, burning with fever. And it was malaria, and I had malaria medicines, and we treated her. When I went back there a couple of hours later to check her, she'd gone. The temperature had fallen. She got up, took herself, and walked back to where she'd come from. We had nowhere to put her. We had no beds, no hospital, merely this funny little mission house. But the people, that's what there was there. There was nothing. The people were desperate. And we were nearly as desperate, although we did have stuff that we could use for them. The tukul itself that we lived in, we enjoyed it. But there was another one that was roofless, and it was the shower. It had a bucket that you pulled up on a trolley full of water. Well, the trolley wasn't full of water, but the bucket was. And then stood on this wooden platform thing, somewhere there to put your dry clothes. Away you went. But one terrible thing, if you dropped the soap, it went into the mud, and that was ruined your day altogether. However, we did what we could. And it's amazing when we have stories now, 25 years later, that there's a hospital and an Italian doctor and training girls, South Sudanese girls. It's just absolutely wonderful. And it just says to me, God writes straight on crooked lines, and he just uses anybody. Thank you.